Well, the fight between Sudan's military and the paramilitary rapid support forces, it continues to escalate. The army says the RSF attacked el-Obeid, the capital of North Kordofan state, on Friday. Millions of people have been displaced in nearly 3 years of conflict, and many have fled to displacement camps in al-Dabbah after the RSF seized control of North Darfur's capital city, el-Fasher, last October. Hiba Morgan is live for us from al-Dabbah in Northern Sudan. And so, Hiba, things continue to ramp up.
Yes, indeed. Now, we have arrived in al-Dabbah here in Northern Sudan. This is one of the displacement camps, one of many displacement camps around the country. It was set up in November, but it's already congested with more than 25,000 displaced people, many of them telling us that they're in desperate need of humanitarian assistance, that they were not able to receive any kind of aid since arriving, and that they're relying on host community to be able to get food, to be able to get clean clothes to wear, or to get water. Now, with me here is Denise Brown, who's the UN's resident humanitarian coordinator in Sudan. Denise, you've also been around the camp and you've listened to displaced people. What are they telling you and what are you seeing?
Well, first of all, I have to say I'm more worried now than when I arrived this morning, and I have been in this camp before. It's very clear that there's a huge problem of access to basic social services. So as you said, close to 26,000 people in this camp, just over 100 toilets here. Minimally, there needs to be 1,000. So we are very far from where we need to be. There needs to be more wells dug. The wells that were dug recently, it appears that the water is contaminated. So we have open air defecation, mixing with the water. This is a combustible situation. And we've seen last year in Khartoum and in Darfur, for very similar reasons, an outbreak of cholera. So very worried. This is a race against time. We also have people who continue to arrive. It's not static here. So we have about 600 new people who've arrived, and frankly, there are almost no supplies to take care of them. So yeah, very worrying. We have a lot to do, but we need the resources and able to do it.
Now, you're saying that people continue to arrive from Kordofan, from Darfur to this camp, and it's a journey that could take days and weeks for some. Why are you not able to deliver the humanitarian assistance and the needs to them to where they are, or at least close to where they're fleeing from?
Yeah. If you look at el-Fasher, it's actually about 900 kilometers from here, and it doesn't take weeks. It takes people months to get here under very difficult circumstances, going across what are front lines. There is a huge camp in Tawila. That camp is more than 800,000 people, where there's a large humanitarian team, local, national, international, doing what we can with the 35% funding we received in 2025. So I think it's less about services when people are moving that far, and it's more about fear. It's fear that drives this displacement. Fear of what they've seen, fear of what they hear, fear of what they know may be coming. So I think for people to go all this way, and that's what I heard this morning from all the women I spoke to, it's about being safe. They need to be safe. And the food and the water and the health and, the education need to come as well. But first of all, people need it to feel that security.
Now, you also spoke about health, education, medicines, and all these things that displaced people are telling us that they need. But they're also saying that it's not enough. Why is the UN unable to deliver or to fulfill the needs of those displaced people here?
Well, the UN and the entire humanitarian community can deliver. We have access here. There are no access constraints here. I can come here. I've been here several times. Our teams are on the ground. Other places, access is more difficult. That's absolutely true. It took, 2 months for us to get back into el-Fasher because of the risks that are there. This is about not having the resources to get the supplies and get them up here. We can do the logistics part. We can do the distribution part. There's a very large partnership with local actors who are absolutely excellent. I have here a problem of resources. I do not have in this camp a problem of access.
So there we heard from the UN's resident humanitarian coordinator in Sudan that people continue to arrive to this camp despite the fact that it's very congested and with very little resources because of low funding for the UN agencies and other humanitarian agencies. Now, fighting continues in Kordofan, so more people are expected to arrive to come to this camp despite the dire humanitarian situation. Many of them saying that even if there are no resources, the fact that safety is available here is what's driving them to come to this camp in the northern part of the country.
All right, Hiba, thanks for that. Hiba Morgan there and the ongoing challenges there in Sudan. Thank you.
Don't miss out on the full picture. Subscribe to Al Jazeera for reliable news and expert insights. Like, share, stay ahead.